are you doing, beloved?
Attention, attention, my black brothers. What I want y'all to do right now is take out the do-rag, the silky, tie it down. I want to see the waves glistening. If you got nappy hair, pick it. Don't let nobody discourage you.
Ariel.
Black boy, black boy.
Okay, so what Tiffany New York Pollard quote are you guys today?
Okay, I have mine first. I have mine. So do you remember when it was like Tiffany Pollard goes to work and I think she was doing like the acting gig and the girl was like, break a leg. And she said, what did you say? And she said, break a leg. She said, oh, I'm not breaking a leg because I'm getting a part. And then she went into the cast. It was just the whole, she was so serious when the girl said, break a leg. She said, what did you say? And she said, break a leg. She said, oh, no, I'm not going to break a leg because I'm going to get the part.
Okay.
I loved it.
I was trying to figure out, like, my mood has been, like, really all over the place today. And there are so many fucking quotes. So I think today I'm just going to use, she, you know, doesn't have the vernacular she thinks she possesses. I'm going to use that one. That's how I am today.
Let's see. For me, it would be, you know, take it back to the flavor of love. And this reminds me of like work because my boss is pissing me off, but I'm gonna pause for a millisecond. But definitely that, like, she keep trying me, so I'm in a pause for a millisecond, but I'm finna press play.
That was the reunion. Everybody hated her.
Everybody
ask that bitch what the fuck you got to ask her. Hurry up.
Oh my God.
Davon.
Do it. Slap me.
Slap me, bitch.
Slap me, bitch.
And watch me. You motherfucker.
She just slapped me.
In my motherfucking face. Bitch, I will take you out.
Dave, did you see that, bitch? Did you see that? The hoops in the back like.
Eliminate them.
Yeah, she was so weak. She had a fucking head on her mouth like, y'all. Wow, what a moment.
Okay.
What is up, everybody? It is your boy, Lord Jeffrey.
And I'm Derwin King.
And welcome back to another episode of That Black Boy Joy, where we create a space where black boys can be themselves and
so much more.
You all, we have some guests in the building again. Back again. You all, we have Davon and Trayvon up in the building. They have a podcast called That's Just that's all I have opinions. First of all, how are y'all doing?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Check on in, honey.
I'm blessed and highly favored in yourself.
Doing pretty well myself.
I'm doing good. Just got from off the nice little sun while it's winter time here.
Yeah, where the hell we
in the sun? We only just went to Orlando, Florida, and drove down to Miami or whatever.
Ooh, that sounds.
How long were you there? And who is we?
From Friday to Tuesday.
And who is we?
I didn't recognize all those people in those pictures.
It's a lot of people. It was a couple's trip. So
well, wait a motherfucking minute.
With me, my partner, and a lot of other couples.
Nice.
Where is y'all at? Where is y'all?
Where's the men's?
What did y'all do?
The singles men.
Jealous, bitch. We was over here in the cold and shit. It's freezing out this motherfucker.
We went to Animal Kingdom, which is like Orlando Studios. We did like a lot of couples excursions, chilled by the pool for a couple of days, go to Miami, chill by the beach for a couple of days.
Yeah, I'm jealous as fuck.
Davon, what you doing? What you been giving, Davon?
Work.
You
ain't been doing shit.
Work.
You had a party this weekend.
Oh, wait a motherfucking minute, did you?
I didn't have a party. I had a gathering, a small gathering.
Same thing.
Well,
What's the difference?
I was 100% unaware of that.
How many people was at this party, first of all? Like, how many people? Don't say small get together, it was 15 people.
You know.
Over to the restrictions.
Ooh,
Eight?
wait a motherfucking
It
minute.
was 8 people, darling.
That's
8
under
people.
it. That's
You
two
must have been
under.
hanging out. You must have been handing out COVID tested at your house. Like you
And
was doing the
Trayvon came up here and
vaccinations.
snitched.
That's all he do is snitch.
I came right in here and snitched. Just told on your mans. Ain't that wrong? Ain't that just wrong?
Nah. We are super excited to have you all up in this gig with us, Davon and Trayvon.
We're excited
First
to
of
be
all,
here.
what does Black Boy Joy mean to you all? We always ask our guests this, but what does Black Boy Joy mean to you all?
Go ahead, Davon.
How did I know that was going to happen? To me, it's being unapologetically you. It's standing in you, standing in your blackness, standing in your joy, just being authentic.
Yes.
For me, it's more of like experiencing happiness and being yourself and within yourself, being yourself, whatever case may be. Just like living out loud, being free to make your mistakes, learn from them, and then also create your own story. So that's
Yes, just
and
living.
then also that's the embodiment of myself, Black Boy Joy.
Yes, sorry. I should have muted.
Oh my God.
I had to pull all the way back. But no, that is so cute. That is so sweet, y'all. We love asking our guests that because we always say everybody has different perspectives of that. So
Yeah.
with you all having a podcast as well, we wanted to ask you all that as well. But Devin, you know what to get into.
Let's get into our Black Boy Joy Spotlight of today. Today's Black Boy Joy Spotlight goes out to somebody I actually grew up with on the Eastern Shore of Maryland. He's straight out of, did you not know that?
No, I did not know that. Look.
Yes, girl. We were somebody's. Went to church together, actually. And both sang in the choir. His mother was our choir director. A musical artist and performer, AU, which is actually the symbol for gold on the, what do you call it? It's the little
periodic table.
Baby, thank you, honey, because that wasn't gonna come to me. It really.
I was guessing. I was about to say some other shit, but I had to throw that.
But you got it, bitch, right on the nose too. AU. He actually just released or is about to release a project on February 19th, which is tomorrow on Friday. By the time you guys hear this, it will be out, and it is called The Forest Mixtape. You guys can find that links to it on his Instagram, which is I am Austin J. I think it's _ I am Austin J. And then you can also find him on Twitter, which is AU_jams. I actually don't think there's an underscore in his Instagram, but I'll put it up there. I'll tag him. You'll find it on the Black Boy Joy Spotlight when I put it on the profile. But right now, his single "Easy" is out, and the video is really fucking cute, bitch. I was actually cheesing.
It is.
Go ahead and get into that. You are, yes, baby, yes.
So what the fuck you be doing? You be giving us very much Beyonce vibes, giving us hints, and I didn't know who the spotlight was going to be this week. So the fact that you was giving all hints this whole time, I was like, bitch, who is these people that he keep posting? Like, who is this? But
yeah, bitch, I've been trying to put y'all onto some real good shit, but I gotta give you the teasers first, honey. So stay tuned. Keep up on my motherfucking Instagram because the bitch be putting all the shit out there.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to AU. I did not know that's how you pronounce their name.
What were you saying? I'm curious.
Girl, A. Sometimes I'll be thinking shit is silent.
Or O.
Sometimes things are silent. His name might just be you. So
I've already heard the mixtape, and it's really, really good. I'm really excited for you guys to hear it. I've been badgering him to release it, so I'm really excited that it's gonna be out there in less than 24 fucking hours.
Yes, we're super excited about that. But we're gonna get right into our hot topics, y'all, and let's just start off with Texas is freezing. Let's just get into that.
That shit is awful. It's really awful.
Do you have anybody that lives in Texas or is experiencing it first? Ooh,
I
Trayvon?
do.
Ooh, how is it for them? What's going on with them? Are they?
And I just reached out to them today because I was like, oh my gosh, I've been meaning to call him, but I was on vacation. So I reached out today. He was like, it's been terrible because he's been lighting candles in his house for a couple of days now. So one of his friends just came to like rescue him. Well, not rescue, but like go somewhere where they had like light and stuff. So he's been in the house, and mind you, he just moved to Texas within not even a month and a half ago.
Oh my fucking
So
God.
he was just like, it's been shitty, but he's been making the best of it. And yeah, it's just unpredictable there.
Does he have water right now, running water?
That I don't know.
It got parasites in it.
Oh my.
Yeah, the water. Yeah.
Well, if you got running water,
awful.
you best not be using it.
This shit is awful. I had heard about it like a couple days ago, but it wasn't until I saw footage of people's like ceilings collapsing that I was aware of like the damage like being done in Texas right now. That is truly devastating. They just had a damn disaster like what, 2 years ago?
And we're still in a panoramic.
And
so
on top of that,
we're still in a.
It's just so much stuff going on where it's like, what is going on with this year already?
And I can imagine being like past due on rent right now, and like so you owe rent, and now like the place that you were living in is completely destroyed. Like, how are we going to recover from that? How are the people in Texas going to recover from this significant financial damage that is being like that is actually like completely suffocating?
They not getting no money from me. I had enough, bitch. You ain't getting nothing from me during this whole time. I'll be damned. I gotta pay for a house and I can't even live in it, or I ain't got no hot water or no power.
Fucking thing.
Child, that's gonna be a shelter, if it can be.
So it was interesting because, God, I was watching the takes on Twitter. There was actually somebody who tweeted something super egregious like yesterday. Like took a picture of his thermostat and like put it on Twitter and was like, if y'all had voted like blue, you would have this as well, like referring to his heat. And I couldn't imagine that. Yes, and I could not imagine that not only in a pandemic, like it's bad enough that people were being insensitive when we're all experiencing a pandemic, an economic crisis, but these people are actively going through something that they have absolutely no control over, that their government had control over. And like you think like this is funny, like you think that this is something like appropriate to say, and I'm starting to see a number of people on Twitter like exposing themselves as trash ass human beings.
Amen.
Did y'all see it?
The government, aren't the governor like on vacation? Like,
yeah, because I just seen something like that. One of my friends posted on Instagram about it that the Democrat Ted Cruz, he flew out to Cancun.
He's Republican. Their mayor, Tori, my best friend Tori just told me that I didn't know this happened. She said she read it last night that the mayor had tweeted something about like God gave y'all the tools for survival, so if you don't use them, it's on you. Like he was,
girl, we are not cavemen.
Like, and then because it was like an awful fucking thing to say to a group of people, like these motherfuckers don't know what to do. Like, what?
Girl, get some sticks and some stones.
He resigned. So there was something interesting because now I've seen on the news that they're like the conversations around this are that like about fossil resources or whatever, fossil fuels, and whether they need to rely on sustainable resources for energy. And for whatever reason, they're making the argument that the Green New Deal is the issue, which
that's not the issue.
Obviously, it's not the fun issue. Lie and was like, Texans say that they're willing to go, more time without lights and power so that they can get, the rest of the stuff together rather than make like sustainable energy sources, like renewable energy sources. And I don't believe that to be a truth. Those people are cold as fuck, and like their grocery stores are empty right now. They're going through tragedy. I highly doubt that they said that they would like deal with that for an additional day, an hour, let alone a fucking day or two. Please.
Exactly.
So shout out. Oh, go ahead.
There was a video I saw on Twitter today where they were getting water from like some random faucet in the middle of like the street, like a third world country, like they do in Africa, where you get in the buckets and you put in the faucet. I'm like, this is the United States?
Child,
We are really a laughing stock at this point.
Well, you know what? This is the system that was created and the one that has been upheld. Like there have been people in this country living as if this were a third world country for a long time. I think the problem is that number of people is growing because our structure of capitalism is completely unsustainable. And here we are in the worst like economic, the worst fucking like health crisis, the worst fucking like what do you call it?
Like a natural disaster.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm referring to. Like
we're a triple threat, bitch. We are a triple motherfucking
it's like
threat.
a geographical fucking disaster.
All three in one moment.
Fuck Ted Cruz. He can eat a dick. Honestly.
I'm sure he has.
Why? Plenty probably in Cancun. He probably is doing all that. I think also... Went. Oh yeah, he said he packed up his family and said, "Y'all hoes figure it out."
And then said that they were leaving because the girls wanted to go to Cancun, because his daughters wanted to go to Cancun. I said, "Are you kidding me?"
That's called white privilege.
No, it's called that man will literally throw whoever he needs to under the motherfucking bus to avoid accountability. That man has absolutely zero spine.
Sounds like a white person.
You right.
Period.
No shade.
So last week we talked about binder time stories. You know, Monique from Housewives of Potomac. She's no longer a part of Housewives of Potomac, but she has now gave us a little bit of this thing called binder time stories. And we wanted to know what was your thoughts on this damn binder.
I really want to know what you have to say, Davon.
I want to know what's in this binder.
Know what you have to say.
We all want to know what's in this binder.
You're excited. So you support binder time stories.
I would have supported she to stayed on the show and did a little spinoff on her Instagram.
You see what I mean?
But I understand why my baby left the show.
But why do it now?
What if she couldn't do that on contract, right? What if there was like, bitch, you cannot be doing this binder time as an after party. You cannot be doing it after the show. You can't be going on live exposing these girls. Wait until the season 6 is over.
But Candy does that shit all the time.
But she's not throwing
Candy
like...
is Candy.
Yeah, Candy.
Candy's Candy. Candy's the network's favorite. Let's get that straight.
She has the coins.
She got her own coins.
Monique, we all know Monique pissed the network off when she said, "Oh, this little money, my husband, we don't need this."
I did not blame her for that shit. I supported that, and that I was absolutely here for.
They're the fan. She's a fan favorite, which is on Atlanta. Like I think Candy's the beneficiary. Like she pays everybody's bills. She pays for the structure. She makes sure she signs everybody's contracts when they. Candy
was flying people out and shit. She was paying for tickets to fucking weddings and whatnot.
Yeah, Candy was doing all that. So I thought, like I said, I think Monique binder times. I mean, it's by default. I'm going to check what it is, but it's just like
I want to check what it is. I know she got the receipt for the girls.
But is it going to be impactful now? Because she's not even on the show,
right?
That's what
I'm thinking. Like, who's going to go out of their way to go listen to it,
or give her airtime? Like they're gonna sit and be like, "Girl, did y'all see what Monique put in that binder? Yes, Karen, ain't that crazy? Yeah, Candace."
And if it's not,
but she only opened up the binder once during the reunion, which made it like you made it like a big deal, but you only opened it up once, so you wasn't reading that much receipts for me to say, "Oh my gosh, what's in that binder?"
No, she didn't.
There was a lot cut out from that reunion.
Well, they should have opened it up. That she had some more papers to read.
Because there was the Giselle storm off at that reunion that was cut out.
God damn, I want to see that. That should have been aired.
And even Giselle confirmed on Girl Chat or whatever that she stormed off and dropped a few F-bombs at Chris. That entire situation was cut out. That's
why the security man magically appeared there.
Why they cut hers out? But we got Candace's.
I'm trying to understand the same thing. You think it has anything to do with the fact that she had another show on the network?
Because she's the rumor among the Bravo bloggers is Giselle and Karen are the network's favorites for Potomac.
They are,
and Giselle more so because she's the face. She's the face of Potomac.
Yeah, they're giving her. Okay, thank you, Trayvon. Because I was like,
The network sees it. That's why she gets the good edits. She has not had a storyline, but has been sitting there collecting a good check.
Well, the next
Okay.
thought it was a good idea to bring Latoya Ali on Real Housewives of Atlanta, so I don't trust much of her.
Oh.
And we are giving her hell, and I live. You
Yeah,
thought
she
you was gonna get
deserves it.
some. You thought you was gonna get a platform off this? No, girl, you about to get hate mail.
That's what I want to know. So first, before we get into what I really want to talk about with them, I want to know if you guys are watched. Have you guys been watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Yeah.
I have.
So how much of the Charleston trip have they aired? Like, what do we know? Because I saw clips of it on Peach Daily Report, and from what I've seen, I know that the shit that Portia finna get into is me. So
That's my Nick.
she took her ass and pressed it up against that man's peen, and I was like, wow, I've never felt so seen.
They're only on
This
day
is-
3.
Portia.
I'm about to say, I didn't get that part, but also I'm not as invested as Davon is. Davon,
Oh.
I'll watch it when it airs out. So that way it's like, okay. But Davon be like, here go blogs, here go this, send it to me via tweet DMs.
I follow the blog,
mad.
the
Am
Come on.
insider.
Give us
Robert, this one
information.
needs to cut me a check.
I
You're
know
a
that's
producer.
right.
At
You're
this
a producer.
point,
You are a producer. Give him the check, okay?
he'll
But,
tell you the storyline before it airs out already.
Because Peach Daily Report will give it to you, and the bloggers on YouTube will too. They'll tell you every motherfucking thing. I don't know who is sitting around giving all the tea for Real Housewives of Atlanta, but literally anybody who has a motherfucking YouTube channel will tell you that shit before the episode airs.
It's the queen of Andy Landau having pillow talk with.
Yep. Girl, tell me what's happening in this next episode. I ain't gonna tell
Okay,
nobody.
what you got planned for this girl?
Right. We ain't gonna tell nobody. Little do you know, right? You know, girls, rumor has it.
So I have personally not been watching because I don't want to give them the ratings. But again, I stay pretty much plugged into Peach Daily Report because I just want to. I intend to come back after this season if Latoya Ali ain't on there. So
Okay,
They on day 3. They're on day 3 still
Of
the trip. I think they're there for like,
This trip is going to last like 3 to 4 episodes.
It don't need to. It don't need to.
yeah.
They could have cut out the first day and a half and just started with the bachelorette party, but they needed to build up the.
So that's why they still eating pig.
They still eating that damn pig, right?
No, Cynthia stuck all that pig in that Ziploc.
I did see that. I did see her packing that shit away from Mike, and she said it was for somebody else too.
Her
Her
man.
mother. She took the skin for her mother.
Cynthia's so goddamn old. Goddamn.
Auntie.
Portia
She's
was
a
like,
true auntie.
what is this?
I love
was like,
Cynthia so fucking much, dog. Like that is actually my favorite housewife.
Yeah.
She can go though. She can absolutely go.
I will say I do appreciate because I've caught up. Like I've been watching it. I like the gang up. I don't watch it for me. So yeah, but there's another backstory to that.
I don't even know what that means. You don't watch it for
I
you.
watch it with somebody else.
That's what I know.
Oh.
So I like that they're ganging up on Kenya now. But
She's a terrible hoe.
yeah, she was a terrible host. You not invited me nowhere, and you ain't got no itinerary, you ain't got no food, you ain't got no fucking place for me to lay my head, and then you get mad at me when I have an issue with that.
Well, whose idea was it to make her host in the first fucking place?
It was her.
Obviously, she's going through a lot of shit, so she did not have the capacity to do that. So that was
She's talking about she could bring a second nanny, but you flew private. Which one?
And then
You
I
should've
saw the
got on
clip
that
of
bus.
her, like, of Candy trying to get her to come out so that they could play the game or whatever. And she was like, I'm not doing it. And Candy was like,
He was mad. You know when the executive producer is mad, y'all gotta listen.
Okay.
When the executive, y'all gotta cut all and make sure it's focused on her, because as soon as she was mad, everybody was like, "Let's get Kenya." I was like, "She's been an ass."
She's mad about them crab cakes, Candy.
Okay, and those her real morals. Food. Don't play with her food.
Don't play with her mama, her man, or her food.
My meal.
Don't talk about my meal. That's my meal. Everybody want to talk about my meal.
You could have gave me a bread cake.
She was so mad.
Killing me with that shit, dog. All she do is eat. God bless her. God bless her. So what are you guys thinking about the future of Real Housewives of Atlanta? Because at this point, we're down to 5 women. There are people who are saying LaToya is sustaining the season as well as Drew, more so LaToya. How do you guys feel about her? Like, do you guys think that her time on the show is sustainable? And what do you think they need to do moving forward to get the views? Because what I've heard is that they have like people who are not a part of the cast like watching the show when it premieres.
Yeah, they've done a few cast watching commentary with Dwight and Sheree. Then they had this past Sunday Dr. Simone Quad. They're doing it to get pull in some ratings.
You knew that, huh?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Is it working? Because I've never done this before. Of course, it's not working. But what? The
only time they done it before was when quarantine started and nobody was watching anything. Everybody was kind of watching everything,
which makes
sense.
And
it didn't work then.
Yeah, because I definitely skipped over the episode where Cynthia and her daughter did it. It's like, what's the point of watching a rerun? I don't watch reruns.
It was like fucking no. Noelle was in Cynthia's face. They were like this close to each other, and I remember Cynthia was just like,
yeah.
But I think they should try Toya.
Yeah,
I like the other girl.
Toya should remain for this season just to keep on stirring the shit up as Kenya's little side girlfriend. But she needs to go next season. Cynthia and Candy need to be demoted to a friend.
I agree.
And next season needs to be Cynthia's last season. And she needs to go to LA or something.
This probably should have been her last season if we're being completely honest.
Completely honest. The wedding should had her wedding not been that big, that probably would have been her farewell if they would have filmed it. But they didn't film her wedding after she went through all that shit.
Right. Wait, they didn't film the. Hi, damn, you do know that. I thought they would have filmed the wedding because they talked about it so much.
The pandemic. It was
too many people. She had 250 people.
It was COVID.
For production said if you would have been 50, maybe so, but you had 250 people at that wedding.
But weren't they there? And it's just that they're not using the footage because I thought it was that they filmed.
She hired her own camera crew.
Oh wow!
Breaking news.
Okay, Davon, thank you so much for enlightening me.
She hired her own camera crew. I guess she's assuming maybe if I film it, they'll use it as B-roll in the scene.
And they won't.
Yeah, they're gonna skip over like they're skipping everything else.
What about Fallon? She's a pretty girl. What is she?
I think they should have brought her on.
She has great potential, and she's willing to come on. Her and her husband said.
Oh, they are willing. So why did they not bring her on? Do you know anything about why she?
They probably was testing her.
Testing her, and I don't think she just didn't. It just didn't gel at the moment. It didn't gel well. But from what I see, I like her.
I like her. She's very rich. You know, she know what she wants. She got what she need. She come and go as she please. If she's giving a Tanya storyline, like I got a man, I get to come in and do what film when I want to film, leave when I want to, and have fun when I want to.
I miss Tanya.
I love Tanya. I want her to be married.
He ain't coming on that motherfucking show. And especially after that.
Filming after.
Yeah.
Once this happened, she stopped filming. So I'm gonna miss her.
But you know what? I don't think they can't.
All that darkness on Atlanta, you need that bubbly.
Yeah, but they would try to destroy. My issue with that, because I love Tanya because of her bubbly personality, but they would try really hard to destroy that, and I'm not sure that her bubbly personality would withstand.
They tried last season.
Yeah, they did. I was gonna say they did with Kenya, and she just like shut down.
Yeah, she just looked mean. Kenya just looked mean because like Tanya just wasn't like hardcore.
But that's her brand on the show at this point. Like she knows she's a villain. She has addressed that several times that she is the show villain, and I think
because Nene's not there no more, so she can't blame it on Nene anymore.
Yep. And I think she's willing to wear that like a badge of honor at this point, especially now that she's not with Mark. The only time I've ever seen her fight against that villain like brand was when she was with Mark, and he probably was judging the fuck out of her.
Yeah, she's one of those girls that could dish it but can't take it. Yeah. And it gets on my nerves.
Well, I wish them the best.
Well, before we move on, I do want
to wish her the best in all her future endeavors.
Who would you want on this show for next season in total? Like, what would your ideal cast for next season look like?
I need 7 women, 3 friends. I need Marta to stay a friend.
Oh, you don't want her
if she becomes a housewife, she's going to become too fake.
Okay.
So she's gonna produce storylines to keep you out of her real life.
Oh, you know what? You are so right because that's why she don't have one now.
She prefers to be a friend now. She can get the same money, same platform, and got to do less work.
Yeah,
I would do that too.
I would too.
definitely do that as well.
I ain't getting a nice chat.
And just like Shamia, I saw Shamia got a motherfucking
confessional. Yeah, and look good.
Oh wow!
And
I think her husband is finally coming around to her. Maybe.
Oh, bitch! No, I want her on the show. I will watch if they put Shamia on the actual cast.
She's so talented.
I don't know that much about that girl.
You know what? Every time she's on the show, she and Portia are turning up, and to have Portia and Shamia like on a full cast together could be, I think, a lot of fun to witness.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Have you guys been watching, and have you watched the
Bad weather? Seeing bad weather.
Okay.
Whitney and Heather, bad weather.
Okay. I love them. I definitely love Whitney within that show, and she's only 30 years old. You wouldn't think that she's 30.
She's so young.
I love her too.
She's so young with an 18-year-old gap difference with her husband. But she's so like mouthy. It's like,
yes,
you think that she's like gonna take it, and she's like, no, I'm gonna dish it back to you, baby.
Yeah, I mean, she gonna cry, but Mama will speak up too.
Okay.
I've been very proud of her.
She might need some liquid carriage, but who don't sometimes?
And she really won't be the one to stir the shit up. Like she ain't. You know what? Mary will she'll turn the stove on. She'll put the pot on the stove, and like she'll turn it up. But it's
this
Whitney
is the issue with Mary. Mary was never a housewife until the show wrapped. After the show wrapped, they switched production companies. The second production company that picked up Salt Lake City promoted her to a housewife. That's why she has all those things in her closet.
No way.
When Mary was originally on the cast, she was a friend of. That's why she wasn't on the trip. That's why she wasn't this and that. She was originally a friend of.
Well, whose friend was she supposed to be?
They never did say whose friend she was. She was just a friend of. I think maybe Heather.
She wasn't Jen's.
Certainly wasn't.
She was definitely Whitney's. She had to be either Whitney or Heather.
Okay.
Yeah, it had to be one of Bad Weather.
I feel like it was Whitney because she has more scenes with Whitney. Whitney goes to her church and everything.
They have more interactions.
Yeah, seems like it makes sense. And Whitney seems like she genuinely enjoys Mary. Like there's something she's getting out of that friendship. Because I was watching today, and the way that she was looking at Mary, Mary was talking about that sham ass marriage. She was just like,
I don't know that much anymore. I stopped in November. So I get bits and pieces.
I will say that since Potomac is off, the only one I'm watching now is Salt Lake City. And I like this group of women because I am not tied to any one of them. I think they all have something to bring to the show. This is one of the first times where I can
So what does Meredith have to bring to the show?
I love Meredith. Her style is so like effortless. I mean, besides that blue confessional dress with that bob, I like her. I like the fact that she had one of those storylines where it's like, me and my husband business is our business. For you to try to insert yourself in it, that's where we draw the line at. And like, she's here's the line. Don't cross it, and I'm not asking you to step over it.
You know what I liked about her? In all of her scenes, she had product placement. Every one of her brands and every one of her scenes. She was giving very much Bethany.
She was like, check this out. Check that out. I do. Oh, yes, she was. When I watched it, I was like, yes.
I think every housewife doesn't have to be like the eye-catching one. I think that what Meredith brings to the show is a good balance because she and her family are still interesting to watch. I don't necessarily like
her family,
but I love to make fun of Brooks, and I would not be able to make fun of Brooks if Brooks was not on the show.
Why are you all talking?
But I don't know how to make almond milk, so we'll just try.
Mom, is that really your friend?
If the whole cast was Jen, like how overwhelming it would be.
I'll be like, girl, sit down. Somebody sit down. Somebody put the fire out.
Production fooled me when they did the promos. I thought I was gonna love Jen.
Yeah, I think a lot of people.
When they did those promos, I thought I was gonna love Jen.
She's up for
Then those episodes started rolling out. I was like, oh.
She looked at crazy because nobody was giving that same energy.
Right.
So it was like, girl, why are you coming in the cold so damn hot? Like, girl.
Calm down. Like, she was low-key violent. Like, I'm not...
Very aggressive.
People keep calling me aggressive, and I'm like, girl, you are.
She a dominant top.
Girl, you gonna take this? She said. I said, girl, that's kind of, you gotta have some consent now for going off on
me. Oh my God! Now I had some questions, and I saw the preview for next week's episode. But after the first episode of the reunion, I wanted to know if her husband completely missed the funeral. So I messaged her on Instagram, and she responded and was like, "He made the wake. Like, he was there for Friday.
The wake."
For the viewing, but he did not make it to the funeral and whatever they did after, or the burial on Saturday. So I did figure that out, and apparently everybody else knows because it was in the preview. But I just wanted y'all to know that I DM'd her and she responded.
Davon, he taking your job. You better start hitting up somebody because he over hitting up the actual Housewives.
Because Omar told me to.
Season 2, we might have an interview ourselves.
Yeah, you look. I can't wait till season 2 because y'all definitely coming back to talk about that shit. Do y'all watch Dallas? Is that something I should get into?
Heck so.
Right.
Their season 1 was trash because they didn't know they were filming a Housewives series.
That always happens though.
Like with Potomac, they didn't know they were filming Housewives.
Well, did they know who was backing them? Did they know what network?
They thought they were filming a charity, like a show about charity.
How do you end up doing this? How does this happen?
Because the production company would tell you, come to them and say, we're doing a reality show about elite women that live in charity. We want to follow your lifestyle. That's how they grouped in Potomac. That's why Potomac's first season was heavy on the etiquette and charity work.
Yes.
Grand dames.
They need to start assuming they're going to be housewives. They literally need to start assuming, okay, this is about to be the housewives, so they can act accordingly. All right, well, I'm done with that.
I like Tiffany.
Who's that?
Tiffany's, that's the new girl.
It's the new girl.
Chinese one?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
What is her actual?
Trayvon just yelling out names. She Patrice.
what are her?
That's me in real life. I will give you a name in a second. My waitress. Come on, Bethany. Suzanne.
Not even close.
Nowhere near.
Her name is Tiffany Moon. Her maiden name is Tiffany Sun.
And she is Chinese?
Hold on. She went from moon to sun or sun to moon?
She went from sun to moon.
This Pokemon?
She's throwing out Pokeballs.
Pokemon Sun, Pokemon Moon.
Y'all are ridiculous.
Let me stop.
Child, that's.
What do you guys think about the newest release of Ivy Park, Icy Park? I thought that shit was so fucking cute.
She did it for Texas.
I'm happy she released it in a week I got paid.
That's tomorrow.
Somebody give me some.
Davon, you owe me a Christmas gift.
You know, give me the brown one because that shit.
You returned your Christmas gift, darling.
Because I had that already.
Well, give me one. Shit, I didn't.
Wait, so you returned gifts away? You didn't just keep it and like take it, like donate it, or did you give it back to him?
No, I didn't return. I sent it back to Amazon because he brought me one of those like 3-compartment charger, headphone thing for like the Apple products. So I had one already. And I told him that I have it. So he was like, go ahead and you can just send it back.
Oh, well, if you told him to.
He made me like, I didn't want it. I was unappreciative. It was a conversation already. And he was just like, send it back. And I sent it back and he got his money for it.
I know that's right.
I guess I'll get you a face mask.
A face mask? Okay.
I'll
give me a dildo.
A what?
You know what I said.
Did you get one already?
I want another.
Ivy Park one?
That was good for me. Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about the gift.
I said, did she not tell? Did she? Is that what section is that in? On the
No. So you know what? I wanted to talk about Ivy Park because the last group of clothes that she had released,
The all
I was
black.
not a fan of. I know I was fine with the all black and gold. It was the green that I was not a fan of. Like I didn't think that was cute at all.
I got the green.
You did? Like the mint? I just feel like I don't see I don't see people being able to wear it like a year from now.
I want to send it back.
I just can't see me wearing looking like I think I tell people this. I feel like I'm gonna be in a Handmaid's Tale and I'm gonna be in my fractions.
But the brown doesn't look like that. Like the newest release of that brown seems timeless to me. That seems like something various people can wear for a long time. I want that. That is something that I would like to see myself in. And I thought the pink was cute too because it looks like strictly athletic wear. And like that looks like something people will be able to wear timelessly as well. Like this is probably for me her best release, the most interesting. Her promos for it were really cute. I love seeing Blue Ivy in it. Like seeing Blue Ivy in it made me
with her thick edges. The girl is mad.
I just want her to be able to resell it again.
That's my point. Exactly.
Because it's like once it's gone, it's gone. I'm like, girl, can you at least do a second helping of it? Because, baby, I had to pay bills this week, so
yeah, and honestly, like the people who have the money immediately to buy it are the ones who are going to get it first, and I don't think that is very fair to people who would need to like save for it or whatever. I mean, because realistically, we are in a pandemic.
Well, Beyonce, if you're watching this, I would love a gift box.
Yeah.
Come on, we would all do unboxings and reviews on our podcast and videos.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So Beyonce, make sure you're listening. I'm gonna send it to you every day.
I would literally put the pink and the brown and the coat on and sit right.
Devin would sit right in front of the camera.
How tacky it look! I would literally be sitting here like a fucking igloo with every piece of clothing. She had a white coat in there too, didn't she?
Yeah. It was silver. It was like silver when a Gucci man had on.
He gonna put that on top too.
I'll walk around the house with it.
You know, shit. That'd be me.
That's too many damn layers.
Now, this one I wanted to talk about, but I don't know nothing about it. I had to do a little bit of research. But do y'all watch Drag
I got
Race?
you.
I knew you had me, bitch. I knew if a motherfucker had me, it was going to be Devery. Sherry Pie.
You said Drag Race?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Your topic.
Oh, yes, it's your time to get it, honey. It's
Angie.
Yes.
Angie.
Oh, okay. What's going on with Drag Race?
Thoughts on Sherry Pie being invited?
I can produce Housewives. He can produce Drag Race.
Oh, Housewives, and you got Drag Race.
What do you know about the Sherry Pie conundrum?
Scandal. That she was acting as a producer, and telling people to. Was it telling them to film with her or something like sexual stuff?
Yeah, take off your clothes and film naked and all that.
When did this happen?
So she was on season 12, right?
Yeah.
So
before that aired.
Before that aired. Like literally the day before that aired, all of that shit came out. So they had to go back and edit her out of the season.
No fucking way.
Yes way.
Yeah, like the day before. They had to go and be like, bitch, we got to get to work and edit everything out. And she was actually, okay, I'm sorry, Trayvon, because you got Benji on.
Because she was actually killing it. I think if that would never came out, she would have been the winner.
You're fucking kidding me!
No shade. She got to the top 4
yep,
or whatever, and they was like, she's not gonna be in the season finale. She's chopped.
Every win got donated to the Trevor Foundation.
So what do we think was the purpose of, because I don't know if you guys knew about the Tamron Hall incident. Like, what do you think her purpose of inviting her on was? For like a redemption story?
Well, the purpose of them inviting her on was because she was a legit good drag queen.
Well, I'm talking about Tamron Hall because she had ended up getting a lot of flack about inviting her to the show. So this is how I became aware of the whole thing in the first place. Tamron Hall.
Yeah, Tamron's response when Tamron had to address the community, like,
yes,
I'm not giving away my platform. I'm doing an interview.
And did you watch that interview?
No.
I've seen bits and pieces.
What did you see?
I mean, quickly, Sherry immediately just was like, I did it. Like, I can't act like I didn't do it. It happened. And then also there was like another like pop blogger that came on and was like they didn't give like Sherry that much like energy. They
Good.
like had other people come on and talk as well.
Good.
But like definitely Sherry just was like, I did it. I fucked up. I was wrong. Currently I'm in like behavior cognitive therapy.
I saw that.
Currently I'm over here she's still in contact with some of her the survivors, because I was trying to not say some of the people that she cohorts and all that stuff like that, which is very interesting because some of them were her friends too.
Mm-hmm.
So she did it to some of her best friends as well. And of
Really?
course,
That is really odd. That's odd.
I just wanted to figure out like what made them out about it. Just wasn't like this person to make it seem as though like that's a big thing, but also people are doing that now. But what about her platform made them come out for that? Because it's not a strange thing.
yeah, I think the drag queens were definitely upset because first of all I was shook when I seen her having her like shit Sherry pockets. I was like, girl, I didn't even know you knew what Drag Race was.
I saw
I didn't know.
Instant reaction from the public. Like they were livid. So that's, I had to go do my Googles. I said,
The white gays, the white gays,
no,
they powerful.
Jack A was like, look, honey, the people keep me plugged in. She said, I don't even watch Drag Race or something. I don't even think what it was. She said, but she was aware of why that was a huge no-no. She said, I don't be plugged into everything, but I know that.
Because they were saying like, she was like, well, people gave R. Kelly a platform. So like, why?
Cameron said that.
Yeah. She was like, I'm doing my job.
She's doing her job as a journalist. She's doing her job. She said she would sit down with the person that was accused of murdering her sister as an interview. She's not giving away her platform. She's doing her job as an interviewer.
Okay. I think that's fair because I was thinking, it made me think of Jada Pinkett. We ended up talking a couple weeks ago, if not a month or so ago, about Jada Pinkett of inviting Lori Loughlin's daughter, or was it Felicity Huffman's, one of their daughters?
Some white woman.
Yeah, about the whole like scheming their way into college or whatever. And I was saying that like Jada has given her platform to people for redemption, and that is very irresponsible. So you're saying Tamron said she did not do that?
Yeah, it didn't happen. From what I saw, it wasn't that. There was also people coming on that were speaking, and she also spoke to some of the survivors of the situation. But it was very like, there was no explanation. Like she didn't like just Sherry didn't like be like, oh, I did this. Like she was like, I did it. Like I am now in like, it was very much like, what is next for you? It wasn't like, did this really happen?
Apology to herself.
Yeah, it wasn't that because they also didn't give her that much energy because also other people came on and spoke. So
good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was gonna ask you guys if you're excited about Married to Medicine, but low key, it hasn't aired yet, so I'm gonna skip over that and ask you guys if you have any opinions about Boozie's comments regarding Lori Harvey, because I know everybody saw that on the timeline yesterday.
What did he say?
Oh, bitch, no, you did not.
No.
He said something about he a doer, right?
He said he was saying that our culture should not celebrate Lori Harvey or people who do what Lori Harvey does, i.e. date. And that he's like, what about the bachelors? It was essentially saying that men need to take their power back, that the idea of a bachelor has been undervalued, and that nobody should want their daughters. I don't know how we had gotten on the whole thing about daughters, but no one should want their daughters to mess with 8 niggas. I don't know how we got to the number 8. Because it's not cute. I really thought that bullet thought him was going to be it. I really thought that was the last time I was going to have to deal with Boozy.
Not that bullet. Not the bullet was supposed to take him out.
Jesus, can you give us Cicely Tyson back?
I mean, it's always I think he had like cancer or something. There's always something that like almost takes him out, and then somehow we are like forced to deal with him for an additional couple months to a year. And don't get me wrong. I personally do believe that Lori Harvey is a beard for hire, a professional beard service. And I definitely believe that has a lot to do with her current relationship. And I would not believe that.
Where's the tagline to say alleged? Where's that at? Where that graphic at?
Allegedly.
And also, let me just
Allegedly.
say, when I say beard, I'm not calling Michael B. Jordan gay. I don't know.
What are you
nothing
calling him then?
Oh, he called him then.
I don't know nothing about what that man do. That's none of my business.
But you just
I know
called
he was
her a
accused
beard.
of it, but
All I know is you better talk about Erica Kane's stepson.
when I say beard, I really mean that a fake girlfriend, like just in general, a fake girlfriend, like for
hire.
For hire, a girlfriend for hire.
Kenya Moore.
Because there are a number of things. There are a number of things I think that would help. That her being in a relationship with him would help. And if they were not posting pictures of their relationship, of what they do for each other every fucking day, I would have no reason to believe that. Because every other legitimate relationship you see on social media, they mind their business and you get a post every now and again. It's like clockwork with Michael B. Jordan.
It's a publicity stunt.
Of course it is. That shit is daily. And we're supposed to be fooled by that?
I think we also have not seen this man in a relationship either. So
Ever.
I think he's excited to post his beautiful girlfriend.
But he could have been posting me. I could have been the girlfriend.
Because Michael is fine. I know the people haven't tried to say
think
he ain't that. I ain't gonna snatch that from him.
Killmonger can kill it.
I know that's right. I know that's right. He sure can. You know how long I've been lusting after Michael B. Jordan? I think I was 18 the first time I said that he could absolutely take me the fuck down. And I have literally been like,
you're so damn nasty.
Oh, okay. It was back when he was on All My Children.
He was on what?
All My Children.
See, when I first seen it was Fruitvale Station.
Yeah. All My Children. He was playing Eric Kane's stepson.
Ooh. Oh, well, you know you watch
you
the stories. You watch stories.
I'm like, I don't know. In my life, met somebody under the age of 50 that watched stories, and I've never.
Wow,
it's too long. White stories, black stories, soap operas.
What the black stories? The haves and the have-nots.
Yeah.
Look at Trayvon.
Tyler Perry's any Tyler Perry series, you'd be like, girl, what is going on?
Well, wait a motherfucking minute.
The stories just be too, like soap operas, I'll be watching them things and I'd be like, bro, did this person just jump out of a airplane and then blow up, and then you find out that they really black, but then they're really not black, but you find out that their mother is their dad, but then you find out that their mother is not their dad because there's actually a cat, and then all of a sudden the cat is human.
They still be doing shit like that, they
You know what? Actually, they've been doing it on the have-nots for years. Past years.
I can run you a storyline.
Okay, let's go.
Storyline. Run me one.
Okay, when Sam Morgan came into General Hospital, she was a drifter. She met and fell in love with mobster Sonny Corinthos. Then I had an affair with Sonny. Sonny got her pregnant, didn't want to leave his wife, so his best friend stepped up to be the father of the baby and raised the baby with his mistress. They broke up, the baby died. She stayed with the hitman named Jason Morgan, which was Sonny's best friend. They got married, had babies, She became part of the mob family. Then Jason died, disappeared, came back, but it was his twin brother. She had a baby with him. Then he died. The real Jason came back. Now they broken up. Now she was Sonny's son.
Hold on. Is this a real story from the stories?
Yes.
I can't believe that really is how stories work. Like they give the drama. They really give the drama.
And then it's found out that the man she slept with, got pregnant with, and she lost the baby, was also the father of her younger sister.
You know what, low key.
And her other sister is the mobster's brother. So yeah, her sister is also her half. Yeah.
You know what? I would like to experience being in at least one episode of a soap opera. That actually sounds
I want to do that.
Davon, that's what you should just do. You should just do
one of my projects.
Screenwriting and have somebody produce it. You be the ghostwriter.
You got scripts, don't you?
Let me go get Crimson Heat off the shelf.
Ooh, Crimson Heat sound like a cop like a cop drama. Crimson
telenovela.
Yes. Go ahead. You know what? That's what we're gonna speak into existence. You are going to get yourself a motherfucking soap opera, and I bet you'll be the first gay black man to do it.
Tyler Perry.
Maybe you was thinking what I was saying.
That. I don't have nothing to do with that. I didn't say it, and I don't
Well,
agree.
bitch, you said Lori Harvey was Michael B. Jordan's beard.
No, but then I said that I wasn't calling Michael B. Jordan gay. I wasn't calling him
I
gay.
wasn't calling Tyler Perry gay. I just said he writes like a gay man. Next case.
Was that the what? I didn't get that from that.
Let's move on. Come on. Let's
okay. Move on.
It was funny, Deborah. It was funny. I'm laughing. All right, let's get into some questions we have for y'all. So, how the hell did this come about? How did y'all meet each other, and how the hell did y'all become?
I hate this question. Neither one of us can remember.
We don't know where we met a long time ago. We was like,
how long have y'all known each other?
Maybe about a decade, a little bit longer.
Damn.
Yeah. I was like about 18, 19.
Bro.
That's
all I have is opinions.
Don't feel like I'm that much older than you.
Hello.
Well, I mean,
don't
you acted
like
as if you were older than me.
Well, how old were you? Like 22?
We're only like 2 years old, 3 years than me.
Yeah. I was like 22.
Okay. I was like, that wasn't far-fetched. You were like 22, right?
Yeah, so back in the day, it was like the modeling and all that other stuff. Davon was more of like a spectator for those, or one of those like back saying, I'm gonna follow this person because, so he followed everybody. I don't know, maybe we followed each other, but I eventually started getting to the age where I wanted to go out, and I would see Davon as like posting like club flyers, promoting outside of lines and stuff like that. And fast forward a few years later, I don't know how we started connecting or whatever case may be, but from what I remember was he was working at a party, and we took a picture together and all this other stuff, and we've been friends after that.
Aww.
Is that accurate, Davon?
Is that what you
remember?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Because obviously, I can't believe y'all don't know your damn origin story.
I don't know a lot of my origin stories. If it wasn't from like high school friends, then I don't know.
I love telling me and Deborah's origin story because I think it's so interesting. And I'll tell the details all the way to like how I got to the point where I met him. I will give people the elaborate story of like a year before I met Deborah. Literally every fucking step that got me there.
It's the funny thing, to be transparent, I hate people when I first meet them. I be transparent. I told Devin, I was like, I did not know you, but I did not like you. And I said
I got that a lot.
I just heard somebody behind me just be, and I was like,
you know, I had my chin on the shoulder and everything. I was literally like, okay, hey everybody.
I was like, girl, this young woman behind me. And then a year, you tell the story because I just skipped.
I ain't telling that story again. I told that story 5 times on this platform.
Okay, check out last episode.
You better check. But no, we met each other a year before we actually like became co-hosts. But it was like ironic because I was like, who is this girl? I was like, why? And then came over to my house, and then because my roommate at the time, like all hanged out, and then bada bing, bada boom.
So, tell us about your podcast. Tell us everything about that's all I have is opinions.
Our podcast came from Davon. I don't know what made him choose to ask me to be a co-host. But I was all like, I don't know how to do this. I don't want to Google nothing. I don't want to research nothing. I wanted to like flow naturally. He was like, you don't want to do homework? You don't want to do like a style magazine? I said, I'm not into fashion. He said, but you be dressing? I said, yeah, because I could do it freely. He was like, well, what about music or pop culture? I was like, I just listen to shit. So he was like, well, what could we do a podcast on? Or think about it for a while. Let me know. And like a week later, he was like, did you think about the podcast? I was like, can I get more time? So then as we continue on, like it was literally one conversation where we were talking about, I was like, I don't got nothing to offer. Only thing I got to offer is opinions. because that's all I have is opinions. He was like, "Oh, that's a cute name. That's a
That's all
cute
I
name.
have
We
is
can go from
opinions."
there." I was like, "But how are we going to have a layout? How this is going to work?" He was like, "Well, we couldn't, we got the name now. So let's start thinking about it afterwards. Here's a shared note. Here's episode 1 through 2. You can put your opinions there afterwards." I was like, "Oh, so now I'm forced now, huh?" Yep. Here you go. All right, let's think of flyers. Everybody do a flyer for us. And I was like, "Oh shit. So just come over to my house next week so we can start filming." What? Yeah, I got everything already set up on my iPad. Yes, Anchor. Let's make some beats. I was like,
Go drop some.
you know what, girl? I come over there all the time anyway, so why not? Shit.
So
You know what? One thing about Davon, he gonna execute.
Okay.
So wait, what was
Once
your
it's set in motion, it's like, here you go.
So Davon, how long did you have this like podcast or like thing project in mind before you actually was like, let's do it?
Like a month.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when you said something
Like a
to me
month.
about wanting to do it.
Mm-hmm. And then
Yeah,
Trayvon, what? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was like a month, and I hit up Trayvon. I was like, "So you want to do a podcast? You popular? You always got shit to say."
I was gonna ask, why did you choose Trayvon?
Yeah.
Trayvon seems to not know why he chose.
I don't like to
We're
like.
popular, but he's more likable.
Mm.
I don't know if I agree or disagree. It takes a lot for me beginning or getting to know people to like come out of my shell. But I'm very fun. I'm very like open to doing stuff. I'm very open to meeting people. But like when it comes to meeting people, I'm very sit back observant. And then it's like, oh, this person seems cool. This person is not out to, want to hook up or all these other things. So let me just let my hair down. And then also after a few drinks, it's like, let's get this party started.
You said, bitch, you about to get this rolling. We always have to have drinks.
Okay.
Listen, gotta have a drink.
Also, sorry, I know you're very likable, Davon. Y'all need to give yourselves more credit. Look at him.
Did you say y'all?
Both of them need to give themselves more credit. Yeah. Shit.
So, I'm surprised that we're doing this well. Honestly, I wasn't like projecting going after season 1 or even having like this long period. But I mean, Davon was saying like Davon is more of the technical person. He's more of the posting it, looking at who's watching it, who's viewing it, all the other stuff. And I'm just more of I'll post it. I'll come show up, but that's it. I don't want no more hard labor. I got work. I got.
What the fuck I'm thinking, and I'm gonna move on.
I got filming for boy drama, YouTube series. I got a man. We got plans. Right. It's a lot.
So what I also would like to know is what makes you guys a show special? Like, what is it that your listeners can appreciate most about your show?
We give our authentic opinions on topics that are interesting and touching the lives of gay men in their 30s.
Is that your demographic?
That's the market of which we're aiming for. Because that's our friend groups, that's our identity. So
okay,
that's our target audience.
And what do you want your listeners to take away from your show?
A kiki, some information.
It's okay to have an opinion. It's like assholes. Everybody got one. This is just a platform where it's like, okay, well, let's bring people that do talk about shit. Bring them to the forefront. Let them express their opinions. But also, everybody's people that got something to say. Mm-hmm. So this is that outlet where it's like, come on, express yourself. And then I feel like, go ahead.
This is a safe and bold space to be yourself.
So I want to know how y'all get Jason Zhu on the show.
Oh, Davon got a lot of sexual connects.
He do.
You did not have to phrase it in that manner.
I will phrase it in that way. Davon is a pimp.
I told y'all
for
he got
these
me a toy.
These
He the
sex
reason I got
dolls.
a Diado. He got my Diado, so you know he
Oh,
got
girl, we gotta tell the story. So wait, they calling you like a sexual pimp? You
yes, honey, he's the madam.
That's his black boy joy.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Trayvon.
joy.
He is the madam, darling.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, how did you get Jason?
Jason's a friend of mine.
Nice.
I met him through my work with Impulse.
Trayvon is making it seem like there's more to the story.
Impulse.
What's more to the story?
Oh no! I was just sitting back and just enjoying.
Shout out to Impulse DC.
Don't you?
No, but I really enjoyed that episode. I definitely, I wasn't that well versed in what he didn't do on camera. So when I knew that he was like just really an activist and advocated for just like protected sex and just like safe sex in general, I was like, come on, give it to me. Yeah. So I was just like so curious about that.
Is that the what type of guests are you guys going to, or do you see yourselves bringing on, like, so because we've had a lot of artists, we've gotten a lot of artists coming through here. What do you guys see for yourselves in terms of inviting people on? We of course would love to come join you guys for an episode of That's All I Have to Say.
Oh yes, that invitation is coming for season 2.
Muchas gracias.
Yes, I see us inviting on some opinionated people. My goal is to get a housewife from Potomac, Atlanta, and Salt Lake City for season 2.
You gonna get Candace on there because you know she's more likely to do it.
I like her.
Yeah.
I don't think I like her enough to ask her to be there. I
guess she ain't coming now. Shit.
I guess I gotta like you a little bit.
I have people that are friends with Monique. Hey, Monique.
There you go. I you know what? I can see that. Oh, you got Robin on too. Y'all like her?
I love Robin.
Give me Ashley.
No, that's who I want. I would look.
I'll take Juan Dixon.
I'll take him too, honey. So, Michael Darby, child.
Rob, I said, well, we know somebody that did.
Oh, the man, he might take you back, honey.
Right, he might take you back.
You give him a pretty corny, just might. You know what's
allegedly.
Who was that?
You don't put that in bold.
Allegedly.
We got to put that.
Bruce Jackson.
But I ain't complaining.
Wait, so you all wrapped up your first season. Was it something that you all like intended? Was there like feedback and receptiveness? Like, oh my God, like we like
it. Looking at it number wise, I didn't expect us to do that well.
But we also got one more episode left with this season. So it's not wrapped up quite yet, but probably by, I don't know when you guys release this episode, but probably by then it will be.
Monday.
I already got my memo to say be here Sunday at XYZ time.
Yes, our season finale dropped this coming Tuesday. Bravo, fucking bravo.
Oh, was that's a sneak peek of the name?
That's the type.
I want to get more sticks. I want more sticks.
Not you want more sex.
Give me the sex. Give it to me.
There will be more sex coming season 2. There's going to be an interesting episode coming season 2. That's a possibility.
I'm gonna just watch.
We gonna get into your feed. You were very vocal the last time we had a sex conversation.
I'm always vocal about sex.
Yes, very much.
I love it.
Now listen, you know what? I have my propriety. I am a lady, but I'm a sexual being, so I'm very honest about sex. I didn't think I was gonna say the word dildo up on here, but it came out of my mouth.
You said it before.
Have I really?
Yes.
Well,
on
now
this here platform?
Yes.
When you hear the word dildo, drink.
Take a shot.
Diado. I like to say it like Nene. Diado. I do not want a diado up my ass today.
Okay, guys, we have said dildo about 18 times this
Y'all gonna get
episode.
y'all
So
gotta
make
start
sure.
drinking now. Wait, okay, so tell us about Impulse DC because that is like you all met through parties like in the area, but like what is Impulse DC for our listeners?
Yes. For those that aren't aware, Impulse Group DC is an advocacy entertainment based organization based here in DC. We're funded by the World AIDS Foundation, World AHF. We were started in Los Angeles by Jose Ramos. There are 25 chapters, including London, Cape Town, Bangkok, Beijing, Chicago, Dallas, Houston, New York,
Come on,
DC,
Misha.
and Atlanta.
Greek.
Our mission is to support, engage, and connect with gay men globally. We have a 80-20 model. We do 80% entertainment and 20. When we had events, in-person events, we did 80% entertainment and 20% education. That way we get you on a cute open bar, free food, naked men, and then we trick you and get you some education. Some nice takeaways to enhance and betterment of the community.
That ain't
If
a
you want to
trick. People know it. They just don't want to believe it.
we are at Impulse Group DC on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I am the director of the event.
And I happen to be on his team. That's how I know
Yeah.
Davon.
Look, child, it sounded like you was doing like a Greek mission statement. Like
No,
you
that
named,
was good for me. I loved it.
I was like, state
It
your
was very
founders.
professional.
Right, state your founders. So is that I think you have that connection, so that helps you have guests onto the show, correct? You being in the limelight. I want to say you in the limelight, you being in the scene and knowing like who to connect is something that's unique that you have with your show. You can bring the who's who of the DMV area or people around and be like, y'all, let's get the because I think some of us we just see them as bodies, right? We see these people as fantasies, people that we can't touch and all of that stuff. But you have the ability to bring them onto the show and make us like them mentally as well, which I think is like really dope. Because I'm like, some people I just be like Jason Zoo, I didn't know he could talk. I just knew
Jason's
he could.
very well spoken and educated, yes.
Right.
Okay.
And I listened to the episode, I said, oh, he has a brain. I like it.
It's very soft spoken though. It's like
brain and booty.
That's the only thing. No. Soft. I was like, ain't nothing that soft. Okay. I quit. Okay. I quit.
I like it. Heat.
Tell us what you envision for the future of That's All I Have Is Opinions. And manifest something today. Before you guys leave here, manifest something for yourselves and for your
merchandise.
Yes.
Come on, merch.
I love sponsorships. I'm definitely looking to get sponsorships. Not just for That's All I Have Is Opinions, but I'm working on a game show called It's a Duo. Definitely a lot of sponsorships, even for the web series that I'm on, Boy Drama.
Please.
We need.
How did you get a part?
Huh?
Okay, so a little interesting story. I actually moved. I used to watch Boy Drama back when I was like in undergrad, and I actually moved here and was like really excited to like audition or like figure out how to get. Then y'all went on hiatus, but I moved here slightly because I like the representation that y'all had on Boy Drama. So tell everybody about what Boy Drama is, because you are a star.
Yeah,
you've been on the since the first season. Or what you feel comfortable telling us.
Boy Drama is a DC or DMV based show where it talks about gay males in the DMV and the drama that they go through. Yeah, there's no mission statement for that.
We don't need no. We don't need you to spit the founders, the actors.
Okay, the vision is more so Black gay males drama DC and what it look like.
I love this. I love that.
There's no mission statement for
I don't know the mission. No, I mean I love the show. I just wanted to name that. Like,
so fucking fun.
Well, we're looking for some, because we're filming and doing a lot of other stuff now, but we're looking for like some supporting roles within a few episodes. So I
These are
definitely
both great actors that are hosting us right now.
right, and we're looking for like people that right now have a good like professional speaking talent to be like a news anchor and all those other things. So it's just like
Sound like
I
something I might
definitely
want to
will share
do.
this information with the producer
Yes,
of
listen, I
it.
love the
No,
show.
you know what? I want to audition for that. Give me the information.
I have you guys' information, so I could just forward him to you guys, and
Yes.
even the podcast, forward that to you guys, forward that to him, so that way he can see and
Yeah,
say, hey, let me reach out.
Shout
love
out to
to
you
have
for
him
that.
on.
You know what?
Yeah,
This
love
is
to.
why we
Let's do a Black people collaboration because that's what's needed.
to the audience, this is why we create spaces like this. Issa Rae says that you have to network across, that this is why we're here. We do this work and we connect with each other so that we can all come up together. That's the objective. I'm so glad to have you on there to display that. I really appreciate you for that.
No problem.
Because this is why we exist. This is why we brought you guys on, for this very reason. We want to see everybody win, and I definitely think there's space for everyone to do so. So thank
Yeah,
you.
we're gonna make room. We said one thing for sure. We're gonna make room for everybody to win. We want people to brag. We want people to like I said every time, we want people to have that space because there's most times where we have to be silent and have to like not talk about our successes. We have to minimize our actions because we don't want to dim somebody else's light. But it's like, girl, if my light is shining, I don't need to
Let-
fade in the back.
Come on.
Okay?
okay, keep that
Like,
energy up.
right. I'm sorry that your light is not dimming as hard as mine. We might have to get your bulb fixed. But mine's over here, girl. This is rechargeable. Just don't play, okay? So no, we appreciate that you. We appreciate that you all have. Who's texting me?
Oh,
What you got, man? What's going on over there? Or it's Vari?
Okay. So what is going? Listen, y'all.
The fuck going on over
I'm hot. Oh my gosh, maybe it's the drink.
Just, I don't know what y'all talk about. I don't know who's texting me. No. We really appreciate that you all have your platform, your podcast, but also are in so many different spaces as well. We think that is like really dope and really that helps. That definitely helps. So what did you have anything, Devin, before we close out?
That was it for me.
Okay, so where can people follow? That's all I have is opinions and also you all's personal platforms on social media.
You can follow That's All I Have Is Opinions at Instagram and Twitter at Davon, DAVON, and AND, Trayvon, TREYVON, all together, Davon and Trayvon, on Instagram and Twitter for That's All I Have Is Opinion. And you can follow me on Instagram at _Trey, TREY.Von. That's my Instagram. And I'm not really much on Twitter or Facebook, but I have those accounts, but you can follow it from my Instagram. That's to get all the action.
Get all of
it. And to follow me, you can check me out at Davon Hamilton on Instagram and Twitter. That's DAVON HAMILTON. That is Davon Hamilton on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you.
Yes, thank you all. And of course, you all can follow me on my platform on Instagram and Twitter at _Lord Every. That is _LORDEVERY on Instagram and Twitter.
You guys know that you can find me on Instagram at Derwin King. That's DERWINKING. And on Twitter at Free Negro. That's FREENEGREAUX.
And you all can follow the podcast platform on Instagram and Twitter at That Black Boy Joy. And you also can hit us up on YouTube at That Black Boy Joy as well to watch our visuals. And if you would like to be a guest on the show, you can hit us up at That Black Boy Joy at Gmail, That Black Boy Joy Podcast at gmail.com if you would like to write in and be a guest. And like we always tell everybody, please, did I forget something?
No, that was it.
Okay.
You know what? And you were doing so well. I was like literally over here celebrating in my head because I was like, my girl got it today, honey.
Girl,
that'd be like me on our podcast when I get it right.
I'll be like, yes! But you all can follow us on those platforms as well. But like we always tell everybody, please be so in love with who you are.